Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everyone to Coach Steele's Finance Training. And of course, I am the one and only Coach Steele. And here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, we like to talk about all things financial literacy. Good morning. It is time to wake up and get this party started. Each and every person, depending on where you're at. I know it's Saturday morning, but we are live Saturday morning here at Coach Steele's Finance Training. And so we got a lot to go over today. And I like this topic, and I can't wait to hear your feedback on it. It's going to be very, very interesting on today of what your financial circle is, what your financial circle looks like. How did you develop this financial circle? And for some people, what does it mean? What is your financial circle? What is a financial circle? Is it important? Is it not important? All of those good thought process. And also some of you that don't have a strong financial circle, we are going to help you tighten it up. Help you tighten up that financial circle so that it becomes better, so that it becomes stronger, so that it becomes lucrative and beneficial for you. So good morning to each and every person. As you dive into the room, of course, you know that you can greet me. You can tell me good morning. I like to see who's listening in. Hello to my beautiful wife, Yvette Steele, that is tuning in faithfully. And so as we get this party started on today, what is your financial circle? And I want to hear your thoughts on this subject. Is your financial circle weak? Is your financial strong? Are you looking to improve it? And if you're looking to improve it, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to give you some pointers and some hints and some jewels to help you with your financial circle. Here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. And of course, I would love for everyone to go to the YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Finance Training, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Even if you listen in on Facebook, I still want you to be a subscriber on the YouTube channel. Why? Because we're going to run it up, and we are close to 500 subscribers, and we're going to get there. So thank you for each and every person that helps with the push of creating a community of people, a financial circle that comes together and discusses all things financial literacy. Of course, here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, we like to keep the base. We like to keep the backbone, the fundamentals when it comes to financial literacy in place, intact. So we deal with that periodically. Some of that will sound repetitive, but it's a good thing. So good morning to you, Shauna Johnson, and your husband, John Johnson, as you all tune in on today. Appreciate you being in on the live. And I want you all to understand, you can never get enough of the fundamentals of financial literacy. And so as we continue to have these great conversations, we will glean from one another to improve our financial circle. Happy to have you tuning in. Miss Deborah Covington, as you tune in, make sure you leave a comment, say something to me, greet everybody in the room. There's a lot to go over. Today's a busy day, so we're going to definitely get through this. And the beautiful thing about Coach Steele's Finance Training, we aren't stuck to anyone's schedule at all. So we can go at our own pace as we cover this stuff and go over it. I'm not on anyone's clock. And I really believe when we talk about the financial circle today, your financial circle, the people you're partnered with, the people you're around, this is probably going to be a two-parter, I can tell, because I don't want to rush through it. I think we should be very meticulous and work our way through this process. And of course, many of you who tune in consistently, you also know that we are going over a book, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. And in that book, we've gotten through all the way up to chapter 4. And when we get back to it, we're going to jump back in chapter 5. So before we get back to the book about Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it gives you time to order the book, buy the book. Well, that's the same thing. And read the book and catch up on some of the lessons that we've already done with chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, all of those lessons are on the YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Finance Training. So as we're live on today, make sure you share the live. All right, let's get into this subject. What is your financial circle. What does it look like? What is a financial circle? Well, really, it's who's in your money circle and are they building or breaking your wealth? Oh, that's good right there. Are they building it or are they breaking it? Because we want to build wealth. And as you're tuning in on today and we're talking about building wealth, I want you to put, like, I think there's a house emoji with some bricks. I want you to put that house emoji in there with those bricks because we are trying to build. We're trying to build wealth on today. And so when you look at your financial circle, those are some of the things that I want you to think about and meditate on. Is that financial circle being built? So if you are in the comment section on Facebook, you can put those emojis in there. If you're on the chat section on YouTube, you can write in the chat section. All of it will come and I'll be able to see all of it. Now, definition of your financial circle. Here we go. The people, not only the people, but your habits. What are your tendencies? What are the things you are consistently doing? Your mindset and the tools that influence your financial decisions. Yes, there are tools that we use that influence our financial decision. And so I want you all to think about all of that because you have to understand the concepts of building a strong financial circle. Oh, this is so good on this morning when we talk about building a financial circle. I see you, Shauna, building. Miss Deborah Covington, building. That is what I'm talking about. We are on a mission to build our financial circle out and to build it strong, to fortify it. Concepts. Listen to this concept. If you show me your circle, I'll show you your financial future. Oh, that's good right there. If you show me your circle of people, I will show you your financial future. And that's something that you have to think about on today. And it's not that you just kick everybody out and you throw all your friends, family, and loved ones away. It's to let you understand you might have to expand or elevate your circle or who you deal with and the financial tools that you use in this world to help you get to the next step. And so when many people talk about financial literacy, they talk about theories, they talk about things that they hope might work. Today, I'm talking to you about things that I know for a fact work for me and in my life. And when I adjusted my financial circle, I saw elevation happen for me. When I adjusted how I think and feel about money and the knowledge that I currently had in that moment, and I didn't want to be an old dog that can't learn a new trick, right? So if you are willing to learn new habits, new tools, new systems, new mindsets, and be around new people, fresh environments, new platforms, new education, then you can improve that financial circle. And then you'll continue to see your financial world around you improve. You know, the Bible in Proverbs 13:20 says you walk with the wise and you become wise. So who you walk with can dictate and determine who you become. So let's go a little bit further. Further. Who or what is in your circle? These are some of the things I want you all to examine. The people, the friends, family. Do you have a mentor or do you have multiple mentors? Because there's nothing wrong with having, let's say there's one mentor that specializes in a certain thing. So you may have multiple mentors, spouses, your co-workers. These are the people that are in your lives. Are they encouraging stewardship or do they encourage spending? Oh, my. You know, one thing I will say for me personally in my circle, if you are in my circle and you encourage spending, I hope there's more to it. And so a lot of people, when they encourage spending, how are we going to spend? Are you encouraging me to create an asset or a business that will allow me to spend and buy those things? Or are you just encouraging the spending and there's no replacing? Because I don't like to deplete and make money run out. I like to create money so that I can spend. And so one hand or back, what's the phrase? One hand feeds the other, back scratches, something like that. But either way, I like to create assets. If you know that phrase, write it in the comment section. I like to, one hand feeds the other, something like that. If you know that phrase, good morning, Mr. Tony Sherman. He went on a 24-mile bicycle ride. And so health is wealth. And that's something else that we preach and teach here at Coach Steele's Finance Training. We're talking about your financial circle and what it looks like and who should be in that financial circle to be aware. And not only are we talking about, do this circle of people encourage stewardship or do they encourage spending, but also what are the voices that are in your ear? We have Bluetooth, we have all these different devices in our environments that we use. So think about it. What is your Bluetooth? The words, the sounds, the people that are in your ear, social media influences, the financial podcasts, the YouTubers, the preachers at church, or wherever environment you find yourself in. Think about all of those voices that are coming in your ear. Of course, now financial podcasts and YouTubers, that's why you need to subscribe to Coach Steele's Finance Training and make sure you stay tuned in here because we are going to preach and teach those positive things. Thank you so much, Deborah Covington, for getting me on track because I didn't know. One hand washes the other. Why I struggled with that, I don't know. Thank you also, Yvette. One hand washes the other. I wasn't going to figure it out on my own. And for example, just like that phrase, I needed help. And when you need help with your financial circle, don't be afraid to ask for help and don't be afraid to invest in financial circle help. So don't always look for a handout, look to sow seeds and invest because that's sometimes where you will see quicker growth. When you are serious and you begin to invest in financial coaching, financial influence, advisors, and assistants, you'll see the elevation in the information and the content that you receive. A lot of times, Coach Steele's Finance Training, I'm giving away free information and understanding, but someone that I work with on a one-on-one level or deeper level, you're going to get so much more out of it than when you would just over the airwaves of a YouTube channel. Thank you, Mr. Tony Sherman. He also put the other one in there as well. I think I was combining two phrases. I don't know. But Tony put, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't going there, but who knows? At least we figure it all out, right? And so we here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, we talk about all things financial literacy, and we're talking about your circle. Another thing you need to think about is mindset. Where is your mindset? Do you have a mindset of scarcity or abundance? Who's ever been there before? Oh my goodness. When we talk about mindsets, do you have a mindset of scarcity or abundance? I want you to think about it. Shauna said, you got to know who's for you. You got to know who's for you. Mindset. Do you have a mindset of scarcity or abundance or consumer or investor? There's something I want you all to think about as we pause right there. Some people have a mindset of scarcity. Some people have a mindset of abundance. What does that look like? Somebody with a mindset of scarcity, they say, well, I don't have enough. We don't have enough to pay these bills at the end of every month. We can't afford to get that. We can't afford to make that happen. It's always scarcity. We don't have enough. It costs too much. We can't get it. There's no way we can grow. It's a mindset where you see yourself as a grasshopper because everything else is a giant. You have a mindset of scarcity. But mindset of an abundance, when you have an abundant mindset, it does not mean that you financially always have what you need, but you have a mindset that is going to show you, you have a wisdom that is going to direct you to get to the abundance because your mindset is set on, I can make it happen. I can get there because of what I've been equipped with, the knowledge and the information that I have. That's exactly it, Sister Covington. When you talk about scarcity equals walking in doubt, that is it. It's how you move. It's how you think to where you're always in doubt about the future when it comes to your finances. And that's why you have to be careful about your financial circle, because your financial circle, if your If you got 5 friends and 3 walk in doubt and there's you, then guess what? You're outnumbered. And so when you're outnumbered, you're going to have to learn how to stand strong or find some other people that really want to walk in a mindset of abundance. Let's see what we have here. Mindset is serious and vital if you want to succeed. That is so true. Abundance, having enough for a year. And so you have to have a mindset of abundance when it comes to your financial circle. I want you all to think about this. When you have the mindset of abundance, you are planning and you are prepping. You are already positioning yourself, making moves because of what is going to come, because of the moves that you're making. I have a mindset of abundance. So a mindset of abundance is planning for tomorrow. A mindset of abundance is already planning for December. A mindset of abundance is already planning for 2030. A mindset of abundance is saying, whether it's me personally or whether it's my entrepreneurial endeavors, whether it's my business, I am already planning for short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. Mindset of abundance. Even though I don't physically have now, I'm making moves so that I can have later, because it's about your mindset. Abundance equals the view of what is to come. Yes, what is to come, not what you don't currently have. And so when we think about this also, do you have a consumer mindset? Is it always just consuming, or are you investing? And that's something else I want you all to think about as well. If you are always the consumer, then you're going to make me very wealthy. But if you are the investor, then you are going to become very wealthy. And so these are some of the things you have to shift and think about. When you're around your circle, are they always consumer mindset? Or is somebody in the group talking about investing? Is somebody in the group saying, hey, you know what? Let's put our money together. Let's make this happen. Is somebody in the group saying, hey, what do you got going on? Because I want to be a part of it and maybe we can grow something here. Or, hey, what do you have going on? What are your future plans? How do you plan on growing your business? What are you doing with your finances? What's that 401k looking like? Is it where you think it's going to be in 20 years, 10 years? What is the conversation like in that circle? Is it a conversation of investors or is it a conversation of consumers? Is it a conversation of, that's a dangerous combo. Imagine having a group, a circle, financial circle, and the conversation is about scarcity and consumers. But think about the opposite, a circle of people where the conversation is about abundance and investing. It's a game changer. So anyway, let's go a little bit further. We got about 10 more minutes. Professionals. This is another important part of your circle. Listen to what I'm saying. Whether it's accountant, whether it's financial coaches, whether it's realtors, whether it's tax professionals, whether it's lawyers, whether it's property management. Oh man, you really need to figure out good quality professional certified people that are going to handle and help you maintain your finances. Accountants, financial coaches, realtors, tax pros, lawyers. What is the commonality about all of those people? They don't work for free. Remember what I said, you have to be willing to invest in yourself and in your financial future. Because if you are afraid to invest in your financial future and in your financial mindset, then you're going to find yourself being stagnant, or you're going to make certain progress, but you won't be able to accelerate as fast as you see other people accelerating. Because you've closed off your mind to learning more and being educated, then some of the valuable jewels and nuggets and opportunities that are out there, you're going to miss out on. All because we're worried about holding a dollar. We're worried about opening up our hand and having to invest in education, invest in financial coaches. So you have to click that switch off your mind and open your mind up to expanding your horizons so that you can capture those jewels that are out there. If you can move at 100 miles per hour in this financial world, but you settle for 20 miles per hour, then you're really not maximizing your stewardship and where you could be. And a lot of those people aren't going to open up those jewels and nuggets to you if you're so busy worried about holding on. You got to be willing to invest. You got to be willing to give. And as you open up to better financial circles, you'll see a lot of wealthy people. You'll see a lot of financial successful people. One of their pattern and habits is paying and investing in themselves to gain more knowledge and information. Part of your financial circle with tools that we mentioned earlier, it may be better books, financial books. That way you can broaden your horizons on different theories and principles that people have to growing wealth as well. And you can determine what works best for you. Now, one of the last things we're going to deal with today, I want you to understand this. Hear me out. There are about 4 types of people in every financial circle. In the comment section, I need you to write 4 types. There are 4 types of people in every financial circle. I need you to write the number 4. There are 4 types as you're tuning in on today. Now, I'm going to go over the 4 types and then I'm going to get out your way because I got some business to take care of. The first type of person that you'll notice in your financial circle that you'll notice is or isn't there are your builders. Your builders. Think about this. You're going to have your builders. What do builders do? I'll tell you what builders do. We got 4 types as y'all are listening. And I want to see, as I give you the answers to this test, you're going to learn who to put in the circle and who you might have to get rid of if they aren't willing to grow. Don't get rid of someone. If they're willing to grow, keep them around. Now watch this. We got 4 types. What are those builders? What does the builder look like? Yep, that's right, Krishana. We got builders. Let's see here. Let me get this together. There we go. Number 1, the builders encourage discipline and give wise advice. Builders encourage. You get tired of them. A builder, hey, you doing the right thing? Hey, what you looking like? You got something left over in the month. Make sure you invest that money. Builders encourage discipline and give wise advice. They tell you the stuff that you need to hear, but you may not want to hear it. Builders encourage discipline and give wise advice. All right. I'm going to go to the next one. And I wish I could stay on these for a little bit longer, but I don't think I'll have time. So let's get to the second one. Anybody got any builders in their life? Do you have anybody that encourages discipline and gives wise advice? I want you to really examine your circle. You might have to take some names. You might have to write some names down on a piece of paper today and think about your circle. Okay, I got this person. I got this person, this person. Who's the builder? And if you don't have those, you might have to become the builder in the group. You might have to form a whole new group or get this whole group in check. I need builders in my group. Who's the builder? Mr. Tony Sherman puts my name down as the builder. And so, yes, Coach Steele's finance training may be the builder that you have in your group. It may be a part of that social media influence, one of the social media influences that help you out. So you definitely have to have some builders in the group. And so let's go to the next one. Here we go. Number 2. Oh, man. Here we go. I don't want to talk about this group. The next group are the breakers. I got to shout out Trinata. Hey, Trinata, happy to have you tuning in to Coach Steele's finance training. Happy to have you tuned back in. Know you've been going through a lot, but definitely appreciate you tuning in. You are definitely in our prayers as well. So we got our breakers. That's number 2. We're talking about that financial circle. We're dealing with breakers. Number 2, Shauna's with me. She's got the breakers in now. We got the breakers. So the breakers always borrowing and reckless spending. You got to cut out the reckless spending. You can't be reckless with your money. Because when you're reckless, you're basically saying, I chose to be irresponsible. And now that I've been irresponsible and didn't do what I was supposed to do, I am now going to count on someone else who's been disciplined, who's been living wise, and I want them to now fix all of my recklessness and all of my mistakes. Now, we make mistakes financially. We listen and we don't judge. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to beat up on people who've been reckless. What I'm saying is today you have to make a decision that I refuse to live reckless with my finances, and I refuse to be in a position where I'm always borrowing, but I'm going to work my way out of that scenario, out of those circumstances, so that I can be the lender and not the borrower, so that I can be the head and not the tail. I'm talking about walking this thing out in a way to where you are positioned to be in control of your finances because you have made a conscious decision to control your financial circle. You have built your financial circle up to the point to where you are in position, check this out, because all lending is not bad. What if you become the bank? What if you are in a position to where you have a financial circle and someone in your circle as an entrepreneur? Now I'm going to talk about the positive side of this because someone can always borrow. Let's say you have a friend and they have a business. They borrow $10,000 from you. They set up the business. It becomes cash flowing and they decide to pay you back 10% interest. Guess what? Your financial circle worked out great for you in that scenario because you weren't just having to give a handout to your financial circle, but you all made an investment together. You were a silent investor. So they borrowed with intentions to pay you back, but with surplus, with extra. So now you're not just lending in a negative way, you're actually investing. And so now you all had a conversation about abundance and you're investing. So the circle worked out good. But when you're just reckless, you're spending, throwing your money away, not being responsible, and then therefore having to get your circle of people to bail you out. When all you had to do was do what they did, which was be responsible, be disciplined, and invest and save and budget. And people can only do that, but for so long. I feel like I'm going on a whole tirade, so I'm going to stop. Let me get to number 3. Breathe. Let me take a sip of water. Let's just all relax. Let's calm down. Number 3. Here we go. Number 3. Here we go. Number 3. Here's the third type of person you may find in your circle. It may not be healthy. Bystanders. Not involved or apathetic. I don't know what apathetic means. What does apathetic mean? Can anybody tell me what apathetic means? But bystanders, people that just sit back and look, people that just sit back and watch. And see, you have to be very careful. Because if you have breakers and bystanders and you have no builders, oh my goodness. Imagine your circle is nothing but the breakers and the bystanders, and there's no builders. So you have people around you that are going to borrow money and people that aren't involved that are just sitting back and that are going to watch. Think about that. Bystanders. We have to be very careful who we have around us because you can have a point in your life where you're getting ready to accelerate to success. And if you have people around you that are breakers and bystanders, they're just going to tag along and they may end up holding you down or slowing up some of your momentum. I like that. I like that, Sister Janet Miles. She said that's a bad combo. And we're not talking Michael Jackson bad. We're talking about just bad. This is a bad combo. And that's why it's important you learn all 4. You have to learn so you can identify. And once you identify, we listen and we don't judge, right? I'm not judging you, but I got to adjust how much time and energy I give you. And so there are some people, like young people, they're going to be bystanders. They can only do so much. Whether it's your children, whether it's niece, nephew, it may be somebody that you're mentoring. At the moment, they're bystander by default, right? So you don't want to get rid of those, because there are some people that are learning and they need to be quiet and in the room and learn because they have potential and promise. So we're not talking about those bystanders. Those people are gleaning in your field, hoping to learn. And so when we continue this, and as we look at that, we don't want just breakers and bystanders, because they'll slow down momentum. Builders will keep you on track. Let me get to this last one, and then we'll do part 2 of this either sometime during the week, or I'll do part 2 next Saturday. But this is good. This is real good. A lot of times we talk about cleaning up our budget and tightening up our budget and what we have going on, but we also need to tighten up who we have in our circle and what we have in our ear. I hear you, Trinata. Come on now, teach, Pastor. All right, so here's the last one. The fourth person. I got to hold up one, or otherwise 8. The fourth person, boosters. They provide access, connections, and or opportunities. You got to have those boosters in your circle. Do you have a booster in your circle? They're like, hey, you know what? I might not be able to help you with this, but let me connect you with so-and-so. That person may be able to help you. So you have to have those boosters, people that provide access, that provide motivation, that put that positive battery in your back. Who are your boosters in your group? Anybody got boosters in their group? Anybody have those people that provide access, connections, or opportunities for you? Who are those boosters that you have? I see you, Sean. I see you, Tony. Boosters. Those boosters provide access. You know what? Go to this seminar with me. You know what? Let's go to this convention. Let me make sure you get access to over here to talk to this person, because I think this is who you need to be with. I think this is in your house of where you're trying to work things out at. And so opportunities as well. They give you an opportunity. I have one group that I've partnered with. We all put some money together, right, to create an opportunity. And so, you know, many of you may have heard about like tax lien auctions and things like that. Usually a lot of big counties will do them on the first of every month, not the first of every month, like the first Tuesday of every month or the beginning of every month. And so with that, me and 3 other people, we put some money together and we went to the tax lien auction to bid on some property, because if people don't pay their property taxes, then they auction it off at the courthouse. So long story short, we put our money together and we won a bid. We got some property. And of course, there's different rules in there. I won't go too deep into it. But now that we got the property for a certain price, we're looking to now sell it for a much higher price and walk away with a profit. But that takes some time, right? But either way, we created an opportunity amongst each other to invest so that we can grow our funds and that we can grow our money. Takes a little time, but once again, it was a circle of people where we created opportunity. Sometimes people provide connections with you, like I'm in the real estate. So therefore, if I wanted to buy a property in Chicago or some other state that I'm not in, the people I'm connected with will say, hey, you know what? I know this realtor in this state or wherever it is to help me, to connect me with someone who can help me if they can't. If you're in real estate and you have properties and you have property management, your property management team might be able to connect you or provide you access to some things that are off-market deals that will help you get better real estate properties and things like that. So it's something that you need to think about when you have these boosters. Who are people that can provide access, connections, and or opportunities? And don't be afraid to invest and sow into those people if it requires a little extra money. Why? Because they're more prone to run to you with a better deal next time. Why? Because you fed their pockets. Sometimes people get afraid to invest in situations and scenarios thinking that, oh, well, this is going to cost too much. Do you know the opportunity and the connection that they're going to bring back to you because you were willing to invest in their wisdom and their knowledge, they feel obligated by default. You know what? Let me take care of this person because they took care of me. And so, as we continue with Coach Steele's finance training, there's something else that I want to give you all an opportunity to do. And I meant to share it earlier, but I'm going to share it with you now. As I show you my website, let me supersize it for you. As I show you my website, of course, Coach Steele's Finance Training, Steele Financial Academy. There's some one thing that I do want you to go to. When you go to my website, www.steelsfinanceacademy.com. That's Steels with an S. www.steelsfinanceacademy.com. When you go here, one of the things that I want you all to do is click on shop over there on the far end. When you click on shop, let's see what we have here. I want you to buy a t-shirt. It comes in different colors, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, one of the t-shirts that I have right now on my website is called Make Money Multitask. That's just something we believe here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, is we believe in making that money multitask. We want to put our money to work so we don't have to work as hard. And so you can get on there, find the t-shirt that you like in the color that best works for you. And I want you all to buy them up. Buy a t-shirt for yourself, buy a t-shirt for your friend. You can buy one for the whole family. And so everyone has the mindset that we aren't going to go crazy trying to work for money, but we're going to find creative ways to make the money work for us. We're going to put that dollar bill to work and deploy it to multiple asset classes so that the money works for us. And so I'm excited about the t-shirts and everything that's going on. Like I said, go to the my website and make sure that you buy a t-shirt, support the cause, support the movement. And so if you have any questions about that, feel free to hit me up. Feel free to connect with me. Get yourself a t-shirt. Make money, multitask. That should be your mindset for 2025. And there'll be other designs and things that we put on the website. But you all did an awesome job today where you are. If you're not driving or cooking something hot or with a hot pan in your hand or whatever it is, just stop right now and give yourselves a hand clap, because you made it through part one of what is your financial circle. What does it look like? And we're going to continue the rest of it at a later time. Remember those 4 different types of people. What are those 4 different types of people? Can anybody remember what they are? You have your builders, your breakers. What else we got? We got bystanders, and we have those boosters. And so you got to make sure that you get the right people in your circle. I'm excited about today. We have an awesome time. If you don't have a church home and you need a place to worship God, even if you're online, you can, if you're online, Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Hinesville, Georgia, is a great place to worship. We have an online ministry and we have in person. So make sure you find a place to spend time with God, of course, every day, but tomorrow on Sunday, we'll have service 1370 Shaw Road, Hinesville, Georgia. Also, I'm teaching Sunday school tomorrow. So if you want to come to church early, I'm about to dive deep in that word. I'm about to get in it. So we're going to have some fun at Sunday school. So make sure you show up to Sunday school and be prepared as we dive in there and talk more about God. And I like what Janet Miles said. She said, keep a booster in your circle. Builders, breakers, bystanders, boosters, the 4 B's. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in on today. Hopefully this was a blessing to you. Hopefully it helped you. Go ahead and buy a t-shirt for the whole family. Let's run it up. We're going to have these t-shirts. Oh man, it's going to be an awesome situation. A lot of what you all give is going to help other people in different countries. Well, mainly in Cameroon. It's going to help people in Cameroon, of course, with ministry, and people that don't have. We're going to make sure that they do have. Shauna said, make a t-shirt with the 4 B's. Yeah, we have to figure that out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was an awesome time on today. I got some business to take care of, but I look forward to seeing you all take care of your business. Adjust your financial circle. Stay tuned for part 2. Make sure you share this live. And also, if you have testimonies of success that you're having with your financial literacy, be prepared as our next live and next video to be able to talk about those things and be able to share with other people, because iron sharpens iron and we encourage one another. And so we have to be those encouragers for one another to let us know that we're on the right track. We're doing positive things, and you never know what your testimony may do for someone else. And this is my bracelet I got from my trip to Cameroon. If you all are tuned in, then you know I took a trip to Africa. I'm excited about that. I still haven't even posted all the stories and pictures and videos of that, but all of that will eventually come as well, and I'll share some of it on the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. Other than that, you all have a blessed day.